Okay, so I'm here with Adam Schaeffer at the Downhill Zone. He put together this bike. It only took 6 months to get together, right, Adam? 'Cause
Well,
I am OCD. I am like a PITA, PITA OCD
I mean, we were
customer.
trying to do custom graphics, and they didn't work. And
Yeah,
so
talk a little about that.
that-
Yeah, I basically I don't like white on a mountain bike. It's one of those things I just don't like. So I wanted the pivot colorized, and we tried different
yeah, the challenge. I mean,
stickers.
step one, the challenge was actually getting the CAD file from them, because they had just a standard boilerplate graphic that they sent us. But we eventually got the right file. But the problem is that they lay this on, and then they clear coat over it, and so it gets laid on slightly differently every time they build a frame. Every time they finish the frame at the factory. So it's really difficult to line it up, and so no matter how many tweaks you make to the size and the shape of the font, it just would never quite cover every little corner perfectly. You'd almost need to do like blue down and then the sticker over it, and it just became more complicated than we wanted to deal with.
Right. So
The parts were already ready to go.
and there's white. There's other white on
There
the
is other
bike that
white.
would have been difficult, like the ENVE
I
stuff
think it looks really nice.
has white highlights. So yeah, it kind of grew on me after a while. So anyway, that took weeks, if not months.
It was months of playing with
that.
Well, because first we were going to try for red, and
Right.
then the red didn't look quite right compared to the other red on the bike.
Yeah.
So
Well, you make the point. Anno red and sticker red
yeah,
don't.
I gotta say I like
match up.
just a little bit on the rim because it's very close to Anno red,
Mhm.
but for the most part, yeah, Anno red and paint/decal red are just two different reds, and they have a tendency to clash more than complement.
Right.
So yeah, it's always a challenge.
So, but we did get nice red highlights in there.
Yeah.
The Hope
And then the
Rotors,
nipples are red, and the
nipples are red. And that,
and then
they will do that for you. NOBL will do.
they'll do red. They won't necessarily do every color.
No.
I mean, they may under like a custom request. I haven't checked, but I know they'll do red. And then yeah, Red King BB hiding down in there. You know,
right.
just good quality product and a little bit of style at the same time.
And that's a Hope.
Hope C clamp, yep.
C
And then
Chris King.
a Chris King red headset. Just some subtle details. The Hope brakes.
Yeah.
Then of course the valve stems.
Well, the valve stems, now, that's interesting because that's one of the things I went ahead and got.
Yeah.
Adam is great to work with because he'll tell me. He says, look, my margins are not going to be
Well, I don't
any
have a
good on
supplier.
stems.
I don't have a supplier. Well, I do. I guess the WTB stuff will come in red, but it's not quite the right shade. It's a more pink. These ones were a better shade.
Better shade, yeah. So anyway,
Yeah.
sometimes you go on the internet, but generally I like working with people like Adam because we have this relationship. This is like the 10th bike that Downhill Zone has built for me
Yeah.
over the years, which sounds like a lot until you realize I've had like 25 mountain bikes in my career.
Well, and it's some of them you haven't really kept for very long.
No,
No,
it was a bike a year.
Maybe
basically.
maybe a summer. So it is what it is. Yeah.
No value judgments passed along there,
it's
Adam.
not that you had 10 at a time from
No.
me. Yeah. Which I wouldn't mind, but
Right. But anyway,
Yeah.
he's used to dealing with me, and we have an understanding about how to do these things.
So the NOBL wheels. This was a
talk about the NOBL wheels because we were thinking about going with derbies and derby rims and Onyx hubs. I wanted to try the Onyx hubs because friends have been saying they're great. They're a little heavy, but it gets compensated for by their handling and performance. So.
It's an interesting product, yeah. So NOBL wheels, they do their own complete wheel set with a NOBL branded hub, but it's manufactured for them by Onyx in Minnesota. So it uses a Sprite clutch system, which is completely silent, no drag, stock with ceramic bearings, and instant engagement. So when you apply power to the pedals, I mean, there's zero lag in the system. There's a little bit of wind up because it's a Sprite clutch system, so there's actually a touch of kind of stored energy, and then as the wheel releases, it goes forward. So it's interesting in that it applies like a soft power. I actually feel like it's more forgiving, especially up slippery climbs where you're searching for grip. there's not as quite a hard direct power on the rear wheel, and it gives it a touch of a buffer where it can kind of slip a touch without really like breaking the knobs free. NOBL packages it in a way that's very lightweight and very cost effective. They build the wheels in-house up in Canada. They have their own rims produced by a manufacturer in China. But they're drilled asymmetrically. They're very light for their category. They offer a number of different widths.
I think the weight penalty only ends up being 100 grams, 150
It's pretty
grams.
subtle. It's really not bad because they've basically tried to mill out any extra material anywhere else they can to compensate for the extra weight of the internals in the system.
Right, they customized the Onyx hubs
Right.
even further. Right.
Yeah, they've milled them down even more. So,
Okay.
I was looking for an opportunity to work with the company, and it just made sense to set up the dealership to make this happen.
Okay.
So yeah, they're
And you did,
a good set.
Adam also had to re-sticker
Oh sure,
the shock
that's pretty
and
standard. Yeah.
the fork
This
because
is
comes with orange. Obviously, orange was not going to work with this color set. So
Yeah, it's just a stock Fox blue. They do their own, upgrade decal kits from the factory. They were very close to the frame blue, so it worked out well. We didn't have to go get something made by somebody. Although that is an option. I mean, I can get slick graphics and whatever. Speaking of the Fox, and then of course we did the full kind of matching suite with the transfer dropper and Kashima to go with the Kashima shock and the Kashima fork, so everything just kind of ties all in.
Yeah, there's gold. There is a lot of gold on the bike.
That's another point of
Pedals.
contention is Kashima versus gold.
Yeah,
It's not quite the same
not
shade.
quite the same.
But yeah, the full Eagle kit,
Right.
pretty well understood and recognized as class
Oh,
leading.
I just
drag
noticed the
frame.
booties. I didn't.
Yeah, some blue booties.
Blue
Yeah,
booties, okay.
That's Race Face makes a number of different color options, and I realize you don't have any Race Face product on here, but they fit the SRAM cranks perfectly. So just kind of a nice little.
You got your own sticker on the
Sure. Yeah.
Stay
Shop-
there.
Shop
Okay.
sticker. Yeah.
Cool.
A favorite saddle from an old bike. That was a
Right.
takeaway.
I like Hope brakes. Shimano's to me are too grabby, so the Hopes are very nicely modulated. I haven't actually used these brakes before. I used a predecessor of these on my
And then
bike.
Maxxis tires, which is kind of a first for you in a long time.
Yeah, I
You've
usually
been
go
a-
with
you've been a
Schwalbe's,
Schwalbe
but
guy.
I'm trying the
I finally
Maxxis
convinced
out.
you to try some Minions. So,
Yeah.
And
see how
because
that
this
goes.
bike is, a little more aggressive than your other 429, I think this will be a.
Right.
I think the tires will be a good fit for this application. Big rotor too, big 8-inch rotor in the front, gives it a little bit more stopping power because this is going to be your, I guess, quote, more aggressive bike in your lineup.
My
So,
BC bike, yeah. Right.
so yeah, a little bit bigger brake setup.
Yeah.
Full titanium
That'd be
hardware
fun.
on that Hope race brake setup.
Oh, full time? Okay.
Yeah, they come
Good.
stock with the race setup.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. So yeah, I haven't put it on scales yet, but I will, and we'll see what it feel like.
I
about
didn't weigh it, but I mean,
26, 27? Maybe a little heavier.
I'd be surprised if it was under 27. But
Okay.
now I want to know. Of course, weighing it with pedals is, a challenge.
True.
But
True. And that's something. Well, the pedals are under 200. 240, I think.
Let's see here. We need pounds, not kilograms. Yeah, right at 28 with pedals.
Yeah. It's hard sometimes when it's not stationary.
Yeah, but I
Weight
would
kinda
say,
jumps
I'd say right
around.
around 28, that's kind of what I'd expect for the
Yeah.
build.
Okay. Cool. With the pedals. All right. Well, we're going to take it out. I'm trying not to get it too dirty yet, but we'll see how it works. I'm stoked.
Yeah.
This
Another
is. The. Don't think there's anything else to talk about.
Yeah, I think
Covered
that's,
everything. The how wide are these? And these
those are 760.
760,
Which is
okay.
their stock sweet flat
Sweet.
bar.
Flat bar,
It's
yeah.
got angle to it, but it doesn't necessarily have any rise to it. So you can
Yeah.
kind of pick where you like it. These ergon grips are interesting. They actually give you a little bit of extra. They kind of angle out. You can clock them where you like them, but yeah, the stem itself does have a touch of rise. 55 mil stem reach.
Right. Right.
With the just a hair. I want to say it's like 6 degree. But yeah, it should be kind of the good, capable, aggressive single track bike.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Adam.
Yeah, thanks, Paul. Appreciate it.